5.1, writing linear equations in slope-intercept form. One worksheet, pretty simple, a good review to get us back into the linear equations, slope-intercept form. What's another way in Chapter 8 that we would say slope-intercept form? It is in what kind of form? Function form. Good job. All right, so slope-intercept form, and when we did our definition, we talked about it. Here is slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. That is in slope-intercept form, where m is your slope and b is your y-intercept. During this whole chapter, you always need m and the b. So every day we're going to find out different ways on how we can find the slope or the y-intercept, because like I said, in chapter 5, they gave us the equations. This chapter, I'm not going to give you the equations. I'm going to give you clues. Today, I'm going to give you your slope and 1 point. Write the equation. Before it was, here's the equation, graph it. All right? So now, every day I'm going to teach you different ways, give you a clue, and then you have to use those clues on how to figure out how to write it in slope-intercept form. Today, it says write an equation of the line whose slope is 4 and whose y-intercept is 3. Whew! Those are really hard clues, aren't they? No. That was a joke. You're supposed to laugh. Thank you. Why is that so easy? It gives you it tells you. Really? Really? So am I going to write y equals a negative 3x plus 4? Done?
No.
Why? Right, because my slope is the 4 and my negative 3 is my y-intercept. So you just have to make sure you put them in the right spot when they tell you what they are. So y equals 4x, because 4 is my slope, minus 3 because that's my y-intercept. Now this one is correct, not that one. All right? So that's the top part of your worksheet. They tell you the slope, they tell you the y-intercept. You need to write it in the correct order, in the correct form. Easy enough? Yeah. All right. This is so easy, I'm going to pick on someone to come up here, please, to write number 1. And they can hand off to whomever they choose for number 2. Well, I wouldn't be sleeping if I were you, because they'll probably pick you. Okay, we have to agree first. Do we agree? Y equals 3x plus 7?
Yes.
All right, next one. Agree? Thank you much. Y equals a negative 5x minus 1. Simple. Again, that's the top of your worksheet. And in the middle, we have some of these. Write an equation of the line shown. Here they give us the graph with the line on it already. We need y equals mx plus b. We need to find the m. We need to find the b. Which one's the easiest one to find on that graph looking at it? The slope or the y-intercept?
Y-intercept.
That's pretty easy. What is our y-intercept?
Negative
2. And notice the coordinates of that are 0, -2. Remember that one problem we had? It was like a bonus last chapter. You're like, how do I know what the y is? Any ordered pair that has 0 and a number for the y, here's your x, here's your y. Anytime x is 0, the number that follows it is always your y-intercept. So 0, -2. You know that has to be your y because the 0x. Questions on that one? So also, if that pair was given to us and it wasn't on a graph, we know that a -2, that's behind a 0. So that goes for my m or my b. Which one did you say? Okay, do I put +2 or -2? -2. Now what goes with my x? So now we have y equals, we need something to go with my x. Is it going to be a positive or a negative?
Negative.
Because our slope is in a negative direction, so I can put my negative sign right there if I want. And There's two ways we can figure this slope out. We can go right on the graph and pick 2 points. Here they have 2 for us. So if I start from here and go to here, how many spots did I go?
4.
To the left, which is what? Positive or negative?
Negative.
So -4, is that top or bottom?
Bottom.
Because that's my run. -4 is my run. Then what do? I go up 2, so that's what? Plus or -2? A +2, that's my rise. Simplify that, what do I get?
1 negative.
A negative,
1/2.
there we go, -1/2. We just wrote our equation. Y equals a -1/2 x minus 2. What's the other way I could have figured out my slope if I didn't want to do this on the graph?
Could you just use the 4 on the graph because there already is -4 up there?
Hey, what?
Could you use the -4 up on the graph?
What do you mean? Explain.
Alright, so how there's a 0, -2 on the graph, and there's a -4, 0 on the graph.
Yes.
There's the same numbers you just use in the equation. Could you just use those?
Okay, and true. How do we do that then? What's that other way we learned last chapter to find our slope? Oops, y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Excellent. So what are my y's minus my y's? 0 minus a -2 on the top. And then what on the bottom? -4 minus 0. So what is my top? What's my numerator going to be? +2 over a -4, which equals?
-1.
Same thing, -1/2. So you can pick which way you want to find your slope. Some like to do this way, y over x. Some like to do the counting on the graph. You pick. All right, number 3. Y equals. Should we do the easy part first?
Yeah.
And what's the easy part? What is the y-intercept here?
-2.
A -2. So we know it's -2. All right, who wants to come up and figure out the slope? Who was last up? You want to pick somebody to come up and do the slope? You can choose whichever way you want. Y minus y over x minus x, or pick another spot anywhere on the line and do the counting. Where's your other dot at? Show me so I know. Okay, so what's your fraction then?
2, right? Anyway,
Well, can you simplify that? Right. So what do you put in? Yep. Is it positive or negative? Okay. And would you need the positive there?
no,
No. But if you have it there, do I count it wrong?
no.
Nope. And by looking at it, it's a positive on the graph, so you want to make sure that your slope is also positive. Okay, pick somebody. Let's do this one first. Y equals, let's do the easy part. Everybody knows. What's the B?
-1.
A -1. Pick somebody to do the slope for this one, please.
Jonas.
No, you can say something. Let's finish this one first, though, and we'll go back. Just hang on. Hang on. Good eye, good eye. Let's finish this one first. Okay, do we agree with this one?
No.
No? Is she close? Did she run? Did she run 3?
Negative.
Did she run 3?
Yes.
Positive or negative? Okay, now you're going to add the negative, then a positive 1. So you have a -1/3 x, right? Everybody agree with that one? Okay, y equals a negative 1/3 x minus 1. That's what you're saying. Now, before we go to the next page, there's a mistake on this page. Raise your hand when you can find it. There's one mistake here. It's a common mistake that we make sometimes on our quizzes and tests. With our red pen, who wants to come fix it? Okay, so you don't agree with this positive 1/2? Okay, why not? You're saying that should be 2 over 1?
Yeah, because it's running over 1 and going up 2.
Because our run is
1,
1 and our rise is
2.
2. And it's rise over run. So it should be what?
2x minus 2.
Okay, so this one should be y equals 2x minus 2. Now do you all agree with what's up here?
Yeah.
Same with this one? Anybody want to change anything? We all agree?
Flip it upside down.
Flip it upside down. What's that mean?
Negative 3 over 1. So it'd be like negative
It doesn't
3x.
matter. So just be
Yep, yep,
negative 3x.
It doesn't matter.
Well, what's the run? That goes on the bottom. Negative 3, right? And we have a positive 1. And we have a positive and a negative. And we know that a positive divided by a negative is a
Negative.
negative. As long as we only have one negative sign there, most people like to assign it to the numerator like that. Some people like to go y equals and put the negative sign right in the middle of it. 1 over 3x minus 1. Either is correct. Even if you had it down here with the numerator or denominator, technically it's correct. When you guys did your fraction review worksheets, when you're adding and subtracting, what's the best thing to do? Assign the positive and the negative sign to the
Top.
which is your numerator. Remember North Dakota? Numerator. All right, worksheet. Due tomorrow.
So what the names or the like the graphing thing?